I was having a lot of condensation issues in my metal workshop, which I know it's a very common problem. I've had a few of these and I've always had problems with it. So I tried to mitigate it by installing a exhaust fan. And I'll show you what I'm using to control the fan. But just real quick, last night, it was pretty warm yesterday and it cooled down significantly last night, got down into the 30s. And normally, and everything outside was wet. From hitting the dew point. And normally I would have had a lot of condensation on my tractor this morning in here, I believe. And there's none on it. Now I'll explain in a minute why I don't really know if the fan ran last night or not, because it's set up to automatically kick on based on temperature and humidity. So I don't know for sure if it came on, but I do know that this normally would have had moisture on it, and there's none. So let me show you what the installation looks like, and then I'll show you how I got it rigged up to automatically come on, or I can manually turn it on myself. So this is the fan, and this is how I framed it up. I used wood to frame up my fan because I didn't want to deal with any rattling from the metal on metal. I had some of the square tubing from building the workshop, but I just didn't want to use it. So this is how I framed it. It's real solid. So for the wiring, I came off of a run for receptacles, and I went up to a junction box and I split out of the receptacle run to run the power for my fan. If you come up here, you'll see I have both a manual light switch I can use to turn the fan on and off, and I also have what's called a dual stat controller. And it basically, you set a temperature and humidity adjustments on this, and it'll turn it on based on either. So I have it set to come on if it hits 90% humidity, or maybe 92. And I have it set to kick on at, I believe, 100 degrees. But it's cold outside right now, and I don't see it getting 100 degrees in here for a while. So I'll probably end up adjusting that to my comfort level when it warms up this spring. Okay, so how I did this so I could control it either way, and hopefully this is legible, you can see it. I have incoming, this is your incoming power. This is my 120 volts. And first I came to my light switch. So here's my light switch. And then this goes to the fan. Now what I did back here is I came off of my light switch and I came down to my, it's both a humidity and temperature switch. So this is basically a humidity switch. And so basically the power comes here, it back feeds or feeds into the humidity and temperature switch, and then goes back to the other side of the manual switch, and then from there it goes to the fan. So here, if I close this switch, basically I manually turn the fan on myself, and then even if the switch is off, if the humidity or temperature reach the set point, it puts power to the other side of the switch and it goes to the fan. To give you kind of an idea of how loud it is. And now the fan is on. I have it on its lowest speed setting because I find it moves plenty of air in this size shop in just the lowest setting. And it's also not too loud. There are two higher speed settings, a medium and a high, that you could go to. I prefer the low speed. It's quiet. Like I said, it moves plenty of air, and I believe it's more than adequate for the purposes. Now that might change this summer when it's really hot outside. I might want to kick the speed up. Just have to wait and see. So now I'm going to turn the fan back off. Okay, so now the fan's back off. So you can hear the noise difference with it on and off on low speed. Okay, as for what kind of fan I ordered this off of Amazon, as well as the temperature humidity controller. They both came from Amazon. This is a TPI Industrial. I got the 14-inch fan, which is right here. I I did some, and this is a 24 by 26 workshop. So that's it for this video. I hope this helped. It does appear that this has helped with condensation on my metal equipment inside the shop. So it could work for you if it's something you're willing to, or you're interested in trying. Go ahead and give it a shot, see if it works for you as well, and give me feedback.